Gander. Ah! We have 2 more, but we needed like 5 more of the mushrooms total, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go this way though, because it leaves us with 2 of the letters. Well, boop. Head off! Got a mushroom sample for you, strike of the ball. Make a special hat available, yippee! Let's check the board, go ahead. Ooh, the gold tuff might look cute because it's like golden though. Right, let's have a look. Change my hat, of course. Aww. This makes me look so coordinated. Ah, this one's also cute. I'm very partial to the like to the what are they called in English? This spotted mushroom, I like them. They are good. A yap with him. Hey, I don't have a lot of. Okay, he's got the same dialogue. I thought maybe we'd get something new, but no. Right, tea. In the yippee. Okay, we can climb up there, but I don't really want to right now. Or maybe I do. To get a bit of a better vantage point is always nice. Alright. I want to go back to this area. We have not met these 2 people though that we are currently looking for. I'm gonna go all the way up again. So then, good vantage. See where we haven't gone. Apple tree. Don't really know where the other 2 are, to be honest. Been there already. Oh, that's not where I meant to go, no! What kind of quest do we even have? Patches. Complete your first assigned delivery. Talk to all animals. Oh my god, we haven't talked to 2 animals, which is the 2 we're looking for. Glide for 15 minutes. Total or general? That's crazy. 15 minutes total. 40 trinkets. Meals instead of mail. Rare mushrooms. Oh, 3 mushrooms left. 0 out of 1 crimes prevented is crazy. If you think about it. We are merely a humble mail delivery person, but we are responsible for preventing the crime of the area. Okay. Right, we're gonna go back to Irene because I don't know what else to do. Find the cats, that's for me to know, for you to find out. Never ever ask what again, okay. Cass. The cave near the blue windmill. Oh. Thanks for the hint, because I do not remember. I do remember the blue windmill, which is in the farm section, so we're definitely in the wrong area, the bloody garden. So that's good to know. It's good though. Wait, let me check. I want to try something. Let's have the glide one. Okay, these are 267, so the total. Okay, it is total. Okay, thank God. I was about to say, surely they're not asking for us to like glide for 5 minutes or 15 minutes straight. Like, that would be insane. But thank God it's cumulative. And the waterfall cave. There's a flag. Oh, this is a flag to the water. Of course. Of course. Classic. Holy shit, this is gorgeous. Ah, man. Again, the bioluminescent cave with crystals and mushrooms is so popular. I've seen it in like 3 different games recently. Haven Park has one. I forgot what else is one. I think it was Cornucopia that also had one. Well, now mail time. I don't know where that trend came from, but it's very interesting. Lots of art. This is a crow. Hello, good crow. Kaz. Ma. That outfit is ingenious. Such a bold use of colour. That hair colour with your hat. Ah, there. Thank you. I chose it myself. Yeah, you must stab me one day. It's Kaz. It was yellow. Remember, we've never met before. Now, a super secret passcode? Oh yeah, sure. Hello, fellow super spy. How's work progressing? Irina sent me with a letter. What's the status update? Oh mon dieu, my dear, it's not progressing in the slightest, I fear. What do I say? That you're done with the work? Oh no, I could never outright lie to the commander. You have been quite a bit busy. It's all trash. Trash, I tell you. Nothing worthy. Nothing perfect. Perfect? Why does it have to be perfect? What? It's just a work in progress, right? A sketch isn't immediately a finished piece. And I guess I do have more than enough sketches. See, that's not nothing. Pretty sure that's what we call in the biz call something. Alright, fine. We show the sketch to Irene. But please assure her the final product will surely won't be like that. Don't worry, I'll be sure to remind her. I shudder at the thought of her judging eyes. Quick, get that shoddy illustration out of my sight this instant. Has a sketch, okay, cool. It was really pretty here. Really pretty here. Okay, we did get one of the mushrooms here, that's epic. And we got Kaz, so we can go to Irene. Okay, vegetable farm, better space, maybe another time, but you're always welcome, okay. Need to get up on that tree stump. Is that just a way back? Because there's a mushroom here. Ah, it's just a way back, I guess. Careful walking. Boots are made for walking. I don't know if that's a good way over here, but it's just a big circle. Right, let's get out of here. Out and away we go. Right. Let's get ourselves to Irene. Beam. Right. Okay, let's get up to Irene. Aha, there you are. Holding back for a long and arduous journey. Ah, recruit, you made it. How'd it go? Took a bit of a journey. Managed to get a hand on one of the share sketches. A rare sight. You must truly have a way with words, or quick fingers. Took some convincing. Told me to give you a disclaimer. Oh my dear, it is but a sketch, not representative of the final work. Something like that. Felt like I was back in that cave for a second. Final work this, masterpiece that. I don't think I've ever seen those elusive finished pieces he talks about. And it was risky working with him. But I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. I do want to see one of those masterpieces after all. Must really be something, the way he talks about it. You'd think so. I hope so. Used to have one reliable confidant. Swamp? No, I meant you. I don't know what to do with Swamp. He's eager to help. I know, I just don't know what to assign him to. One piece of advice, working with friends is difficult. Maybe that's why Janet's like that. She just likes me so much. I am sure that's what it is. Anyways, could you go deliver this to Swamp? I should at least keep him updated with the current progress. Aye aye, boss. Right. Yippee! We've been in the clouds for 5 minutes. Alright. Yeah, that's where Swamp is. I'm starting to remember the area better, which is really nice. I'm getting lost a little bit less. Swamp. Beep beep, delivery for Swamp with an A? That's not you, right? Well, I guess I can't deliver it then. No, give me. Who is it from? Is it, you know, Intel? It's a secret variety. Ding ding ding, we've got a winner. Irene wanted to give you a progress update. A sketch from Kaz? How'd you get this? Intimidation? This shiny trinkets with some boom booms? Some kind words never hurt anyone. Is Kaz in need of some cheering? They're in luck. I'm his biggest fan. I don't know the first thing about art. I just know his colors always make me feel a little bit happy inside. They are very pretty, like looking up at the twinkling stars. Oh, you talk just like them, like a poem. I don't understand him half the time, but I should visit them again sometime. Sadly, I'm not allowed to leave my post. Whatever shall I do? You can write, right? And you can deliver mail, correct? You can deliver mail. Wow. You come with the most creative solutions. Well, could you go deliver this to Cass? I'll just carefully has to know how secret is this intel. Huh? Never mind, gotta blast. Oh, blasting, that I understand. Blast away. I do love, like, one of the things I love about this game is how, like, very casual it is about having characters that go by different pronouns, multiple pronoun sets. I think that's very, very lovely. The only real complaint I have, the camera's a little bit janky sometimes. Like, a bit rapidly, but that's not that much of an issue. The main thing is, like, the glitches. The fact that those posts are missing, and they're continuously missing, and that sometimes I'm just like, oh, the whole, like, I glitch through the floor, through items and stuff like that. Well, not the floor as much, but through when I'm parkouring and stuff. It's a little bit strange. And sometimes when, like, well, like, not sometimes, but when the when you get a patch, your character really struggles to not freeze, so you have to. That's why I keep saving after it, because he just sits on the floor and can't move. So, considering this is a finished game, I feel like, and it's been out for a while, if I remember. Let me check when did it come out. I feel like, yeah, 2023, April 2023. So it's been out for like almost a year and a half. Is a bit sad to see it still have this many like bugs and visual glitches, because I don't think I've had that a lot. Like, in terms of full releases we've played on the channel, this is probably, like, I would say the glitchiest one I've played, aside from maybe The Sims. But The Sims is notoriously glitchy, you know what I mean. It's among the glitchiest, which is a bit of a shame. Like, it's not game breaking or anything, but it's a bit sad to see. Get a mushroom sample. I'll make a special hat. I do really like the gameplay, the art style, the writing, and the music, and everything else, though. So I only have 2 mushrooms left. All right. I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. See you in a few shadows. We've hit the 10-hour mark, so like we are locked in for like another hour and about 40 minutes. So yippee. I've returned, Shadows! Oh, I'm so glad I ended up making a BRB screen, honestly. Because I used to have this, aside from obviously being just nice, but I used to always be so worried to like rush back to the stream so people who were coming in wouldn't be wondering why I was just not responding or like not engaging with people. But now that we have the massive like BRB like chill out until I return thing, I'm always like, yeah, I can vibe for a moment and I can like take my time a bit more, so that's nice. Alright, okay. Second win, guys. I was thinking about the schedule for the coming week. So I'm not streaming tomorrow, technically today for me right now, for obvious reasons, because I'm doing this 12-hour stream, and I was like, you know what, I want to be able to sleep in and also do other things on that day that have maybe not gotten the attention as I was going on about in the last like week or two that they have, like should have gotten, especially reading, because whenever it gets close to the end of the month and I haven't read my reading book, my reading challenge books, there we go, I always feel a bit like antsy, because so far I've read both of the books I set myself to read for the 2 challenges I do every single month this year, and I'm not intending to not do this. And for this month I have for the Friends to Lovers challenge for the like yellow pet, hi foolish man, goat. The Friends to Lovers trope is for August. The 12 months of romance is the challenge. That's what the challenge is called. And this month I have Friends to Lovers, which I'm reading A Lady for a Duke for by Alexis Hall, which is a historical novel, something I don't read a lot of, so I'm not super fast with it, because people, like, it's a bit further removed from a contemporary speaking style that I normally read. Lexify, it's not too bad, like I'm generally enjoying it, but I'm also not that deeply engaged with the characters yet, I feel like, which, considering I'm 100 pages almost into this book, is maybe not a great thing. Because of course, we have, if you don't know anything about this book, I'm gonna just yap about books for a bit, because I want to. Basically the premise is there's a lady, a girl, a lady, young age, I don't really know if they don't really specify how old people are really, but she's old enough like to where the whole like, oh, she's a spinster kind of energy is getting given, and she's called Viola, and her whole plot is basically that she is a trans lady who used the opportunity of being gravely wounded at a war in Waterloo to basically let her old self die and re-emerge as her true self. Obviously, considering the time period it's in, very much in secret. So she used to be, I think she was a lord previously, but obviously she, to live her true self, kind of abdicates that position, and her family thinks she's dead. But she lives as the lady companion to her sister-in-law, so the wife of her brother, who's now the new lord, right? After her quote-unquote demise. And so she kind of has this, resigned herself, I guess, to not having a lot of things that ladies at the time would be, would be able to have, because she obviously has this secret and has to kind of keep herself apart to some degree. So things like romance and obviously not being able to have her title, all these things was just kind of like a consequence of the time. I still haven't found out where the fuck these two people are. Oh, Kaz is in the cave, right? Okay, we're gonna go back to the cave then. So she's very much like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to have a romance. I'm never gonna be able to marry because it is like Victorian age, like 1800s or so. So obviously, not really the time period of great acceptance for those who are othered in society. Alright, after drinking the tea, I'm gonna get my smoothie really quickly because my throat is dead. Yabby. I will continue yapping about the book. There we go. Ah, oh, that is so good. Cold smoothie down the throat. Ah, the best. So, anyway, she ends up being this lady's companion to her sister-in-law, but obviously no one knows except the sister and I believe her brother also know that she is the former lord. Like, that she did not actually die in Waterloo, but everyone else doesn't know this. And a lot of her arc is kind of, at the start at least, very much this angsting about having the joy now to live as her true self, but having had to give so much up to be able to do so. And then the kind of inciting incident is her sister-in-law getting a letter from the younger sister of the best friend of Viola, but the best friend obviously before Viola came out. And the younger sister going like, oh, he's called Gracewood. Gracewood has like been doing absolutely awful, and basically asking for assistance with him. And Viola, who was like, oh, I didn't think like that he would be that impacted from losing her for some reason, is like kind of shocked about this, and they both go to because he is the Duke. He is the Duke of the title, of a Lady of a Duke. And they go to obviously his castle, his estate, whatever. And he was like wounded in the said battle where Viola's older self dies. And he is very much traumatized from that war, from sustaining war injuries, and also from feeling like he abandoned Viola, aka obviously her previous role, like abandoning his best friend and feeling guilty for quote-unquote letting the best friend die. Obviously, again, he's under the mistaken assumption that Viola did die at this battle. So he is coping with like drugs and alcohol and all the stuff, like opium at the time and all that old-timey drug shit. And he is a mess, and he very much has like abdicated basically like the purposes, like the functions that lords typically end up doing. Not lords, dukes end up doing. So he's like abdicated everything and kind of been a recluse for like the last 2 years. And it's like, okay, whatever. So they go back, and obviously Viola is now there as the lady companion, and she feels still very, like, she feels close to Gracewood, but she obviously can't let him know that it's her because he is, like, she's afraid that he's not gonna understand, and he is gonna be, like, it's gonna have negative consequences for her. Makes sense. This is like 1800s. I feel like this is also a common plot still in like the modern day, so. But then she encounters him, and she's very shocked about the fact that he has suffered so much from this war and also losing her. And sort of things cook up, and it's the whole, obviously she has feelings for him and he kind of has feelings for her, but they're both not really pursuing it because she's afraid that he's going to find out who she used to be, / who she was seen as. And he is very much like, oh, she's a lady's companion. I'm a duke, like, this is kind of not going to work out. Oh, he's in the cabbage. Need to go into the waterfall. And we have all this drama, and then we have the sister-in-law who's kind of like an assertive, very intense lady who hatches this plot because she wants the younger sister to essentially join society, you know, have a season, all the shit. If you've ever watched like Bridgerton or whatever, like that kind of vibe. And so she's like, okay, the reason, because this younger sister says this, the reason she doesn't really want, like one of the main reasons she doesn't become like a lady is because she's worried about her brother and his health. So they have this plot that Viola, who's kind of had obviously a connection for very obvious reasons to Gracewood, that she's kind of tasked to help him, I guess, recover from the grief that he's felt and improve sort of his condition. Which, crazy, but you know, it is that era, like, it's literally give your man therapy kind of vibe. Before we're gonna go up to the cats, we're just gonna run around for the vibes. And at first she's like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then she starts catching these feelings. Ooh. And is very much like, oh, I cannot do this because I'm getting too close, I'm getting too involved. And Gracewood is all like, oh, blah blah blah, she's seen me like in a way that ladies shouldn't see me because I'm being vulnerable, and he's also coping with a lot of internalized ableism from now being disabled after the war, and all this shit, blah blah blah, lots of drama. And so far we're very much in the like stage of them getting to know each other. The two things that are kind of like holding me back, aside from not being normally a crazy historical fiction reader, is the one thing is that the characters are very like Gracewood and Viola. Like Viola's main character arc at the moment is very much like the whole, oh, I gave up so much of my previous life to be living as a woman, right? So interesting conflict. It's a little bit like it's her only character trait at the moment, it feels like, which, you know what, is that bad? Not really. But the other characters, like Louise, who's the sister-in-law, is just very, she's like very brash, and she's very much like, oh, it's so bad that the younger sister is a little bit like individualistic because that's not what a lady does. And I get it's the times, but I'm like, oh my god, why? You know, I don't really like her. I think she's just because of like that rigidity, which doesn't really comply with her being so accepting of having her sister-in-law be a trans lady. Like, it doesn't really compute to me that she's then going to enforce on this cis girl, in this case the younger sister of Gracewood, such rigid, like the same rigidity of the roles that were custom at the time, but then be so chill with the sister-in-law, like her sister-in-law. You know, doesn't really, I feel like that's not really consistent there, but maybe that's just me being like silly, but whatever. And then Gracewood, his entire POV's a lot of... It's a lot of ableism, which I get. It is pre-warned. There is a trigger warning at the start of the book, which I thought was very well done. And it does mention things like, for example, obviously the Gracewood in his POV thinking on the best friend does obviously use he, him pronouns and uses like the last name of Viola as like an address. At least it's not the first name, but... So, there's like very good like trigger warnings in this, but I feel like because it is a long book, it's over 400 pages. I'm a fourth through, and we're still in the having to, in Gracewood's POV, having a lot of talk about how he thinks he's like no longer essentially a man because he is disabled. And I don't know, like, it's just not very, like, it feels very drawn out for something that's not very fun to read about. It's very, I'm like, So, I'm not really like 100% grown onto these characters, right? And obviously it's, maybe also it's part of that distance is because it is like historical fiction written in the way of the times. That's my one point, and the other point I have is kind of... It's a very dialogue heavy book. Like, not in a bad way, but so far it's a lot of either monologues internally, like about Viola or Gracewood, what they feel and how they feel about their life and all the stuff and where they got there, and or conversations with either between Gracewood and Viola, or Viola and Louise, or both of them together with the younger sister. I think her name is Mira. So it's a lot of... It feels very floaty in the air because of that. It feels very much like they're standing in empty set rooms talking to each other. It, like, the world building I'm missing. Because they do reference things like obviously the war in Waterloo and stuff, but maybe it's because I don't know this period of time very well that I can't just let my own knowledge carry the world building a bit better, but that's my main, like, kind of having all of these things together makes me feel like still very disconnected from the story and very like I'm me struggling to get invested in it, despite having read like almost a fourth of this book already. So I'm a bit like, can you maybe in the next 10% of the book or so kind of get me a bit deeper? Like, can we get some flashbacks maybe of Gracewood and Viola, like, to know? For example, like, why is Viola like completely assuming like, oh, clearly he will have moved on, when then going on later on about how close they were and how they're basically each other's only friend, and how she had sort of basically romantic feelings for him even when like prior to transitioning. Kind of seems like, I don't know, I mean, she does justify it as like, oh, men don't show their grief or whatever. I'm like, what? I don't know, but I did find that point a little bit silly. And she just assumed that he would just be completely chill and fine after losing one of the people that was closest to him in his life. But alas, let's talk to the bird. Oh dear, back so soon. Oh no, I have not a lick of work to show this time, and my cold feathers will I show another sketch. Get goosebumps from the word. Wouldn't it be crow bobs? Crow? I'm not a crow, but a raven. Behold my raven black feathers, not be a crow black. I mean, besides all the paint, they're surely black. Anywho, I come from the swamps. Paint the smell? Unnecessary. Well, you smell like paint. I do? What happened to my light vanilla aroma with a touch of rose and lavender? Long gone. Anyway, I have a letter from the swamps. He could write. You expect him to draw a picture. Well, he has before. Still have them hanging on my wall. Aww. They're so pure and intuitive. I wish I could grasp some of that curiosity. The colours always make me feel a little bit happy inside. Did you help him write this? That he wrote himself. Oh mon dieu, je rate. The colours also make me happy inside. Then why not just paint the colours? A masterpiece can come second. I think I would like to try that. Well, it surely ain't a masterpiece. I don't think it has to be. That's the spirit. Should trot along and show to Irene before I get doubts. I think in the meantime I might go paint some more colours. Okie dokie. Smell you later. Hey. Oh, it's an empty check. That's cute. But yeah, so I'm a little bit like, you know what, and it is a very long book. Like, I'm always like, you know, if it's a book that's more than 400 pages, yeah, exactly like this. Like, I can't move my character right now. So I have to open the book, and can I now get up? Yeah, I have to randomly open the book, but then I take the opportunity to save extra. Just for vibes. So yeah, things like that, a little bit of book pictures. So, if a book is more than 400 pages, I'm always like, you gotta, in my opinion, you gotta do more than a book that is 300 pages to kind of justify your extra length. And so far, this book is not justifying its extra length. But I'm hoping it'll fix itself, basically. Because it is a shame. I did like Litterland, which is the other Alexis Hall book I've read. But Ready for the Duke is maybe not as hitting as hard as I wanted to. And then, because I've been focusing so hard on that, and obviously on reading for my thesis, I've not even started the other book for my reading challenges, which is the Easy Reading Challenge on Storygraph. Both of these are Storygraph challenges. And the theme was like a beautiful book cover. So I picked Some Faraway Place by Laura Shippen. It's the third book in the Bright Sessions series. They're like interconnected in the same universe, but they're not direct sequels. And I really did like the first two books. I liked the first one a lot, and the second one was also really good still. So I'm hyped for this third one. I sprung for like an expensive hardcover copy from the US, because the previous two books I have of it are both hardcover editions. And for some reason the third one wasn't really sold much as a hardcover where I live, so I imported it. And I want to get to it. Basically, when I get to like the final week of a month and I haven't finished the books for the reading challenges, I'm a bit like antsy. And of course, I also want to finish finally the bloody Queer History of America, which has been a slog to read through, as you guys know. It's been a massively disappointing read, with a lot of random transphobia for like no reason, which I don't expect in a book that titles itself Queer History, not LGB history. But it does have, unfortunately, good historical context for especially LGB history. So it's giving, yo, I'm back. Hi, Joe, how are you? We're playing Mail Time currently, which is a game about delivering mail. It's super cute. 1 hour left. Yeah, about an hour 15. Yippee. And we're talking about books. I've been yapping a little bit about wanting, like, one of the reasons why I'm not streaming tomorrow is basically to catch up on some reading, both for my thesis and also for my reading challenges. There we go. Ta-da! Shh! What's this? A masterpiece from Kaz? Assume it's up to your status in that case. Better than I dared hope. How did you? Think you should promote Swamp to team mascot. I'm allowed to know what you study, yes. I'm an English major, so my thesis is an English thesis. You really managed to lift some spirits. Oh, I know those two got along. Should have let them work together. I was scared Swamp would distract Kaz. Maybe not everyone is as self-reliant as me. No need to be self-reliant with friends like these. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense. They want to make this work just as badly as you, even if they weren't as sure about how to go about it as you. By the way, all this very non-secret intel, what's it for? You're not liable if you're unaware. I'm not sure that's how the law works. That's okay, I avoid working with the law. Wait, what? How strict is your relationship with the law? I always take a sip from Janet's drink when she makes me get it for her. Oh, you're a real scoundrel. How do you feel about mail-related crimes? The worst kind. Worse than stealing a sip? Probably. Worse than being greedy? Is stealing a sip greedy? Maybe a bit unsanitary, but it's for survival. Greed is probably worse. What are we talking about again? Swamp Kaz and I have made a letter for that cat. He's a very greedy cat. We thought we should light his pockets a little. I don't like stealing. Shh! Let's say we're taking a sip from his wallet. It's for our survival, and he's still got the whole cup. He also made other people get his drink. He didn't make it himself. Oh, it's because he's a landlord. If you could just deliver this letter to Kiki the cat real quick, that'll be grand. On it, boss. Kiki is a landlord, to be fair. There you go, mate. Urgent delivery from Mr. Cat. From the bank of Grovewood. Grumble. Kid bank, give me that. Blah blah blah. Deposit waiting for me. You got a pen for me, kid? Mail scout, actually. Whatever. Got a pen or not? Don't think so. Ugh, of course. Let me check to be sure. Behold, a marvel of engineering, a stick of ink. Give me that. Oh, name, banking number, check. Card expiration date, check. Mother's maiden name. First pet name? Oh, there should be. I can't believe I followed you over 2 years ago now. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah. Since March 2022, brother. That's 2.5. Insane. Holy crap. The 2022 Yellow Enjoyers are old motherfuckers. Because that was in the first... Wait, in the first... How many... half year-ish of me streaming. That's crazy. And now we are... a month and a week, I think, away from me streaming for 3 years. My pension is coming in now. Yeah, you get pension discount. Senior discount. Should be it. Make sure to get this in the bag safely. It's an important deposit. Deposit to me is always top priority. Will do. Can I have my pen back? Never specified how long I'll be borrowing it. First rule of business, always read the fine print. Read out loud. There was any fine print to read. Well, in that case, finders keepers. Had this pen in my hand just now. Oh, from Janet anyway. Oh, deliver this to the bank right away. No dilly-dallying on the clock. Make haste. Prevent a crime from taking place. Excellent. Yippee. Alright. Oh, that is crazy. There's like still a few around, I'm glad to say. Newer chatters, by the way, don't feel left out. You're also lovely, and I really do appreciate anyone. If you've been here for 1 day or 1 month or 1 year, it doesn't matter. You're all amazing. Okay, get you there. Like we've died off. Yeah, no, I mean, there was a lot of people who were like in 2021 or 22 were like using Twitch and were actively watching streams, and they have gone on to do other things in their lives and they don't really check Twitch anymore. So there are people who I'm like, oh, this person was someone who watched a lot like 2 years ago and I've not seen them since, so who knows what happened to them, but I do hope everyone's doing well. Even if I sometimes I'm like, you know what, would have been nice to have them back, but we also like obviously the new chatters. By the time you're committing that cat, he deserves worse. Don't worry, we're hitting him where it hurts. Nothing he values more than his big self and his big capital. Mostly stop mostly now, but I'm not gonna lie, Twitch is so fun for nostalgia. That is very fair, yeah. I feel like, I mean, in the words of my friend Toby, he was like, Yellow is the streamer ever. Because I've been so consistent with my thing. I don't know, it just really works for me. And it's like, it's got its place in my life now. Which is, to me, it's kind of wild because, again, it's been less than 3 years, but now it's so firmly part of my weekly life, my daily routines and all that stuff. So, I don't know, it's kind of just, it feels, what's the word? Self-evident almost. That it's just what I do now, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I also have a job and I go to uni and all this stuff, but like, it is part of my, of that landscape for me. Hit him next time. Also be satisfied with the kick. Got him to sign, didn't take much convincing. He smelled money and basically stopped listening after that. Not that he was listening before that anyway. Oh, you big time. Just happened I recently came to some wealth, so we know if you ever need anything. Don't worry, as male scouts get adequately compensated in friendship. And secret missions, of course. Consistency is the best way you can have either way, so good luck. Thank you. Speaking of our operation. Mission officially accomplished. Never completed a mission before. Delivered the good news. Delivered this out to Kaz. I think I should talk to Swamp myself. Just want to be his friend again. No more work. Sure, I'd love to see you and hear all about our operation. Go check out Kaz. Good luck and have fun. Cool. Lots of running around to Kaz. That is true. Like, and also obviously recently we've been upping our game in terms of making content on other platforms, and I found a way for that to work for me, so that is very good. It's been very lovely, and I'm super excited for lots of projects and lots of things that we are going to be doing as a community. So strap in, fellas. I'm especially, of course, gonna use as much time that I have while I'm still in uni and stuff, because I have no idea really how my structure, my life will end up looking like in a year's time. So we're taking it as we go. But rest assured, there will always be time for streams in my life. Bum bum bum. Come on, we can do it. Are you doing a master's? Not immediately on top. Like, not immediately once I'm done with my bachelor's. Mostly because I've talked a lot about it. When I started uni, I basically did it as a stalling method because I didn't really know what to do with my life. And I couldn't get anything else. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a bachelor's. Truly, the advantages of having really fucking cheap university. You would not, like a lot of other countries, you could not just decide to do a bachelor's basically as like your resort because you couldn't find anything else, or you don't really know what to do with your life because it would put you in massive debt. But where I live, like my yearly costs for university are like 600 a year, and I get free public transport for now the entire country included. So we're just kind of goated that way, you know? We're not counting like book costs or food or whatever, but like raw costs to go to the university itself. Jesus, yeah. So I think for my entire degree, which I've been at uni now 4 years, that's like what? 2,500 maybe? For my whole ass degree. That's like less than for a lot of people is like one semester. So that's crazy to me. But yeah, so I didn't really know, and that because obviously it was like not my first choice to go to uni. I was like, you know, gonna do my bachelor's and then I'm out there. But in the last like year or two, I actually really found the subjects that drive my passions, that I feel inspired by, that is like my area. It's like my sort of passion, academic field points and stuff, and and that's made me feel like I found like my place inside of academia that I'm inspired by and I want to do more of in my life as well. So that was like when I first was feeling like, oh, maybe I do want to do a master's actually. But for me, it's not a question of would I want to do a master's. It's I cannot live at my house for another 2 years from the point of I want more independence. I want to be more able to live my life unencumbered, I should say. I love my family, don't get me wrong, but it's time to spread my wings, you know? And there's a certain, like, I'm 25 years old at this point, guys. So, and part of it was, like, delays because of the pandemic and all this stuff. And I very much, at that point, I feel like I've grown as much as I can in my current, like, family household, learning skills with having that security net. But now I'm like, you know what? If I live in essentially my childhood bedroom, right? I have a single bed, I have a little, like, it's a good sized room and it's a nice room and I live in a nice house and all this stuff, but it's not really, it doesn't feel really adult, if you know what I mean. And uni, you're kind of in like a weird bubble where you're not really a full adult in the sense of having to earn enough money to sustain your life and all this stuff. You're not fully in society as such. You're still like a little bubble. And for a lot of, like, I'm very appreciative of the fact that I have had this bubble and that I got it for longer, because I was definitely not ready to be independent at like 18. Even if I thought at the time that I was. But I've appreciated the bubble. But it also means that in some ways I'm not really acting as a full adult on my own. Like, I can't just, like, let's say I were to invite people to my house. It's always like, I'm inviting you to my parents' house, right? Not to mine. And so there's a little bit of that element of restriction. So I was like, okay, I do want to move out next year. Once I'm done with my degree, I want to move out. I want to have my own place, maybe with friends, maybe like some other arrangements. It doesn't need to be alone, but I want to live apart from my family for the first time in my life. Not as in I didn't want to before, but no, I just haven't for longer than like 2 weeks on holiday. But can I invite all of chat over when you move out? Can you invite all of chat over when you move out? Sure. Props not, but we could do a stream once we're in the new place where I show you around maybe or something. I mean, you've been here through it all. But, yeah, so I was like, okay, I want to move out, but to be able to move out, obviously I need to have more income than I currently have, even right now where I do earn way more than I did previously, but I need to work more so I can afford rent, especially in our current fucking economic system. Meaning I would have to work way more. And also, of course, learning to move out in the world. I hate inflation, RIP inflation. It sucks. I'm just running around before I talk to this guy because I'm yapping myself. It's yap o'clock. But so that means, okay, I'm gonna have, even though I feel ready to move out, it's still gonna be an adjustment, of course, to learn what it's like living either by yourself or with like roommates, living apart from family. And it would mean having to work enough to afford to live. And then it's like, okay, if I'm gonna learn how to, like, at the same time, in terms of new things in my life, because in classic neurodivergent fashion, maybe, I need a bit of time to adjust to big changes in my life. Like, I don't hate them, but I am a little bit intimidated or anxious about them a lot of the time. So I was like, okay, if I'm going for the big change of have a big job, which I now have a bigger part-time job than I've ever had, so I've had a bit of that experience, but it's still different working 2 full-time days a week versus like working 5 days a week, right? So having to adjust to the change of I need to work enough to pay rent, and also I'm now living by myself / with friends / with whatever, but I'm no longer living with my family, so I am now responsible to pay for my well-being, right? And also doing a master's degree at the same time just feels like that I would feel overwhelmed. And I've gotten a lot better at handling many of life's challenges through years of extensive therapy, but also practice. However, I also know that sometimes it's better to, if I feel that something might be overwhelming for me, to maybe not push it, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm not doing a master's degree, essentially, immediately. Because I value being able to move out higher than immediately doing a master's degree. And I don't think I can do both at the same time. If I were to do one, I would probably do North American studies. Because I find it fascinating and there's a lot of ground there. Well, that's basically the long yap about the yellow academic life plan. Alright, we've hit the final hour, guys! Can you believe it? We've made it 11 hours now. Exactly. 11 hours, 7 seconds, as I said it. Book clap. Okay, let's talk to him. Ah, bonjour, petite scout de mail. Wow, did you make that? Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna do one probably either. Have you done your bachelor's? Yeah, I did. It's wonderful, Cass. Merci. What do you truly think of this work? Is it too much or perhaps too little? It's beautiful. It tells a story. What story is it telling? Story of, The story of taking a shower, remembering to wash behind your ears. Starting on my bachelor's soon. Oh, nice, nice. What are you doing if you want to share? What it's telling me, at least. Interesting analysis. What's it not about? Not really. I don't even have ears. Whoops. I guess I still have to learn about art. But you get a lot better if you keep showing it to people. You know what? You're correct. Thank you, Petite Scout. I'm going to draw even harder now. I'm going to become the best artist I can be. Next time you see me, there will be no mistaking what my work is about. Graphic design. Nice! Yeah, I wanted to do a graphic design apprenticeship before I went to uni, but I didn't get into any RP. Eyes are open and ripe for the looking. Perfect, keep them that way. Wait, hang on. Bring my latest work to Irene already? Oh shoot, I knew there was something I was supposed to do. See you later. I'm sure there's lots to see. Well, I already have done this, so... Smells like paint, a touch of vanilla, and rose, a hint of lavender. Oh, you jest. Nothing to smell here but colours, my friend. You know, it's like an alternative universe. A road never taken. It'd be interesting if what would have happened in my life if I'd become a graphic designer rather than whatever the fuck I've done now. Veritable universe of hues. I eat, sleep, and breathe paint. Take a few deep breaths. Wait, no, don't. Maybe just put the paint tubes down for a second. Have a let in some good news. Irene called your work a masterpiece and Kiki ate it up. Not literally, don't worry. Your masterpiece is signed and on its way to be cashed in. Well, not signed by you, sadly, but it's probably better. That'd be like signing your name under, well, something illegal. I don't care if it's not signed by me. I've experienced ego death, my friend. I need no mortal possessions or esteem. I simply create. It is okay if I do a big spring cleaning in here, then. No, don't touch my shinies. Exactly. I think what you need is a nap. Maybe some water. Not paid water. Mon Dieu, a nap does actually sound very nice. Imagine us meeting at work. That would have been funny as hell. Go to count some sheep. No more worrying about work. The critic can also wait until tomorrow. You still be you, pure, intuitive, and wondrous. And also with a clearer mind. Oh mon Dieu, that monologue worked wonders. Almost bored me to sleep. Wow, can't believe you insult me like that, Stinky Crow. One last thing before you can get ready for your nap. You happen to know someone by the name of Greg. Greg as in Gregworth, Gregbert, Gregmathy? Afraid I can't be too much help with that. I haven't heard of Greg, but I have heard of Greg, but I can't recall seeing him around. Maybe one of the other residents knows. Alright, thank you anyway. Should be the one thanking you for all that you've done today. Here goes. Merci beaucoup, petit scout de mille. Straight from the heart. Smell you later, Stinky Crow. Really later, Fungus Pal. Yippee! Alright, I have not come across the... How many guys stamps do I have? Wait, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 14. Okay. We have not talked to one of the animals. Deliveries, glide for 15 minutes, deliver an omnibus letter, meals, the mushrooms, the fan letter, and then the trinkets. Still a bit to go. Yeah, so it's I always think, right, there's plenty of time in your life to do things like another degree. It can be like, oh, I'm getting a way to get it basically supported through my future employment. I could have it during like parental leave. I have a family and all that stuff. Like, you never know, man. I do very much see it as a possible thing to happen, but. And it is an interesting change, as I mentioned. I didn't think I would ever want to do it, but that's how you go. That's how you are nimble and flexible in life, I suppose. Things do be changing. There we go. I just need to find the bloody hamster, but I think this, now that we have enough patches, I'm gonna try and go through to the guy who was like, hey, you need 14 patches. Let's climb up. Yeah, big yapping. However, I have to say I'm very happy and satisfied with how well I've been adjusting to my current new job, which I'm at this now for 2 months. Probably would have wanted to, but the school I just finished at was really chill. That's fair, that's fair. So hopefully it'll be similar. No, that's fair, that's so fair. Yeah, sometimes there are these environmental factors that you really can't predict, right? Like, there's some things about my uni, like bureaucracy-wise especially, that's a little bit like ugh, but... And obviously, in terms of, like, the variables of who is your specific professor at any given moment is a little bit, like, in the air. But overall, I'm relatively happy with my uni, so... And... Boom. Let's go up here. Oop. There's just bones in here. Big bones. Okay, I'm trying to... remember which way I need to go. Oh, this way. That's what I'm thinking of. There you go. Doo doo doo. Up here again. We still haven't found the bloody hamster. I'm gonna actually check who was sending that mail. From Haley. Okay, we're gonna go to Haley because I wanna get another hint on where the hamster is. As your turnips haven't got bigger, that's good. Yep, tiny's the goal. As your turnips, okay, she doesn't tell us. Thanks, man. Okay, my best hint was then the weird restriction with the patches. Okay. Need to climb up this area here. Again, the weird floating things really are weird. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Nice. I'm having a really nice time with this game though. Like, that's not perfect, again, the glitches and like weird like visual errors and shit. I'm like, bugs and glitches not ideal. And it's a little bit like, it's a little bit extensive because it is essentially a bunch of fetch quests, which I don't mind. I do enjoy it, but sometimes it's a little bit like with the crow with Kaz in the cave, because it's such a long way out from everyone else. That one was like a little bit upsetting because the other ones is like, oh, you run across other stuff on the way there, so it's kind of engaging. But with the crow, it's like one too many times. There's like 3-4 times where you just go to the bloody crows. I'm like, that's a little bit much. That's from the gameplay point of view. So the bugs, glitches, and then like a little bit too extensive sometimes on its fetch quest elements. So I think I would probably give this like a 4.5. It's from a gameplay perspective and everything, it's probably more like a 4. But I do really love how inclusive the game is, and the art style and the music is so lovely that I kind of give that extra half point just on that account. You know? Sometimes you have just like little elements where you're like, and it's so nice, like I don't know if I've ever seen not ever, but it's kind of rare to have a game where you have the good inclusivity for the player, but also good inclusivity for the other characters. Like having a character that has multiple pronoun sets. I don't even know if I've seen it in any other game. At least not in recent memory. And there is a big discrepancy in like trans or non-binary rep in video games versus any other kind of rep. So it's just nice to see. Or not even video games, general media. I was talking to my dad today about The Umbrella Academy, which I'm rewatching that show, and I'm trying to remember was it this way? Like somewhere here, or was it on the other side? Oh, I think it was on this side somewhere. And like I'm watching in the middle of rewatching season 2, and it is already like not as good as season 1. But I'm still looking forward to watching season 3 because it is so rare to have any trans characters in media in general. Never mind having a character who's like where the main story plotline, like they were a character and then they are trans, you know what I mean? Like they're not there to be the trans character, if that makes sense. They're not there necessarily just for representation purposes, or the story that they are, you know, in isn't just about them being trans. Exactly, like kind of like not really my criticism, but I guess the point where I want to see a bit more depth with Viola in A Lady for a Dupe, because her plotline very much is she is a trans character at the moment. And I'm like, you know what? Oh, I think it was climbing on the leaves, right? Okay, let's climb on the leaves. There was somewhere where I needed to go up here. I don't remember though where exactly. So having Victor in Umbrella Academy is like such a rare treat that just for him I'm looking forward to rewatching season 3. You know, and I did like the Sissy storyline in season 2. It's one of the few that I actually really liked. But you know what? Big yap. So it is rare. So to see a game like this be so like direct about its rep is really lovely. And so extensive on having multiple side characters have like they them pronouns or have multiple pronoun sets and stuff. I think that's epic. Let's climb these leaves. Yeah, the other like element of like, oh, it's a little bit too fetch questy in some elements. It's the whole like having to, for example, for like some of the collectives, jump down when you've climbed up a whole ass section and then have to reclimb that section, like stuff like that. That's a little bit like, oh, extending it for extending its purpose, basically. But that's like the criticism ends. Jim, I got all the patches I need. Oh, wonderful. You finished everything you want to do. After getting to Greg's place, you're probably leaving immediately. Mail Scout protocol and all. This is like the end of the game. We finish up my deliveries. Ready to glide up for the air from the hot spring on my house. Open it up so you should be able to glide across now. Peasy peasy. Find your way through the overgrown bush. Hello, Jim. Going right way as long as you're going generally up. You'll see Greg's cave. It's pretty big. That's easy peasy, but I'm not impeasable. Haha. Right, so that's the end of the game, I guess. I still haven't found the fucking hamster. And, like, talking to Haley again doesn't tell you a hint of where the bloody hamster is. I thought it was like, that was gonna open up a whole new area, but apparently not. I'm annoyed because asking Haley doesn't give you any information. Also, we haven't done the letter, the secret love letter. We gotta do that. Wait, was it to Donna? Do we have this letter? Honeydew bottle cap. Oh, so someone wants bottle cap, so I think that's gonna be the guy. Yeah, I can't believe that I still haven't found that one guy. I'm gonna jump down to Donna. Oh no, wait, we want to ask about the love spoon, which is said bloody hamster that we can't find. Ah, there's the hamster. Oh my god. I just didn't see it because he blends in with the fucking environment. Oh my god. Must be Ham. Ham I am. My name is Ham and I like jam. I also like working out, reading, and long jogs at the beach. Those don't rhyme with my name. What a shame, it doesn't rhyme with his name. Who is to blame that his loves do not rhyme with his name? Such pain. And also lame. Okay, Shakespeare, ran it in. I'm here on a love quest. Sorry, I don't really do romance myself. People clap Arrow Ace. The goat. Well, just Arrow, I guess. You seem like a fun person. Sure you'll find somebody good soon. Not for me. Read this, it's the hot goss straight from the source. If I understand this right, Haley wants a spoon from me. At this point, any intel regarding the love spoon is appreciated. If you happen to have one, that's all the better. Of utmost importance, essential to my happiness. Stop reading already, give the scouts some spoon info already. Hey, be nice, Letter. Even extremely buff hamsters have feelings too, you know. Thinks Haley's just a bit nervous. But I'm not too sure about the whole love spoon thing, what the whole love spoon thing is about. But I do know about love. I thought you said you didn't do romance. Not firsthand, of course, I'm not trying to get cooties, but in the books I read, love is all about the dramatics. Making a grand gesture like running through the rain to your beloved, holding up a boombox, I don't know, something like that. What was the question again? I have a different question now, actually. Was there a very handsome shirtless man in the front of these love books? Yeah, how did you know? Just a hunch. Everybody knows that the handsomer the man, the truer the words. Anyways, what's the love portion of this love spoon? That's the love portion of this love spoon thing covered, right? I mean, I can give you a spoon, I guess. I have two. I love the amazing humongous spoonfish fish is eating, and a small spoon. And to eat lots fast, so I can't give you the big one, even though it is better. You can't really see us eating with a small spoon. It just doesn't fit nearly enough food. You need to eat lots of food to get buff. You don't have to fit all the food on one spoon, you know. Take scoops with a smaller spoon instead. Sounds fake. Anyway, it's okay. Haley says the love spoon is not normal anyways. Thanks for the offer. Write down my advice at least. Maybe she has some use for it. Why don't you ask Toph about the love spoon? Toph and Donna are good friends. Maybe they heard us say something about it, so who knows. Good idea. Oh, we've talked to everyone. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna get another drink because, oh, my throat is dead. For that final about 40 minutes. So I think we're gonna continue, like, finish up this game, mayhap. Well, we'll see how long that takes us. As in finish up. I will probably, in my off time, do, like, final achievements and shit, but in terms of playing on the channel. Save game. We're gonna save one before we like leave the area, and then hopefully we were able to replay any kind of last achievements. Be right back. Water. There we go. Right, now we need to go to Toph again for like no reason. I just really didn't spot him here, even though we've been in this area like 3 times. I remembered where Toph is located. Yippee! Hello, Toph. I came here with a purpose! Don't you tell? I'm on a quest, a love quest. Sorry, Scout, you're too young for me. It's not for me, it's for somebody else. You're friends with Donna, right? Correct, Amanda. We're sort of Roman collectors of sorts. I'm trying to help out Donna, Secret Admirer. Haley had something about a love spoon that Donna's interested in. Do you happen to know anything about that? I know about it. Okay, great. Can you write down some info about it for Haley? Nope, I don't have arms. But can you write it down on my behalf? You got a pen? What kind of male scout would I be if I didn't have one? Already believe your cover story. I'm ready to scout. That's exactly what I believe. Ready yet? Okay, go ahead. The love spoon is a miraculous thing to scoop your stew as starlings sing, and to taste each scoop with love anew. From the spoon your loved ones gave to you. That's it. Makes sense at some point. Just ask Donna what she wants. There's nothing a mostly qualified male scout can't handle, so you're out of. Alright. To Donna we go. And I was on like one of these random paths here. A bit annoying, but loaded in. Me when the area loads. Haha, there she is, I remembered correctly. Let's go! Found her. Hello, Donna. What's up? What can I do for you? Hello, Donna. I have a suspicious question. Hello, Lodi. Not interested in illegal entanglements currently. Sorry, maybe someone else can help. Not anything strange, but you're the only one who can help. Perchance asking for a friend? Sure. If someone were to give you a gift in order to woo you, I mean, if someone were to ask you out with a gift, what would be... Scout, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Oh, the thing is, I really don't want to have to say this to you, but... Sorry, I'm just not romantically interested in you. Why does everyone think we are flirting with them? Dude, what the fuck? It's not for me! It's for Haley! Big oops. No! We spoiled it! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say. It's okay, I'm glad to know she's finally making a move! Oh my god, the drama. You like her back, of course. Haley's the sweetest little thing I ever did meet. So we both like each other, but lordy lord, we've been going at a snail's pace. So she wanted to know what gift I would like, huh? Yeah, the plan was to get you a love spoon. Oh lordy. I brought up the love spoon because I was going to give her one. Scout, may I please ask for your services? Could you deliver the love spoon to Haley? Nothing would make me happier. No need to check in with me after you deliver it. From here on, we can manage it on our own, I think. You're a good one, Yellow. Thanks for helping out. Yippee! Aww, that's so cute. It has like a little heart. Aww. Alright. Yippee! Oh my god, we almost made it. There you go. Okay. That's so cute. Alright, this way is where... Which way do we need to go? Oh, there's the fence, okay. Fence o'clock. Go to the fence. Pretty close, so that's why I'm pushing. We're not changing games, even though I thought we would, but now I got kind of sucked into this game, so... And... considering it doesn't have that long of a playtime, I feel like it's possible for us to basically finish up the game. Ah! Without even missing out on that much in terms of completionism. Boom. Jump through that whole hoop. Oh, we just went the opposite way. I thought we were on the wrong side of the fence, but we were already on the right side. And now I remember where I need to go. Yippee! We made it up. Almost at Haley's. Other bunny, where are you? Where are you? This guy. Yep, here you are. Hello. If it isn't Yellow, I was right enough reload to struggle with this What took you so long? Don't worry about it. I have 2 things for you. First one is your official advice letter, co-authored by Ham and Top. Let me have a look. Boombox Serenade, running through the rain, taste each scoop of love. What are the knick-knack, paddywhack is all that supposed to mean? None of them really helped me figure out how to get a love spoon for Donna. Oh, what a mess I'm in now. Have you forgotten something? Oh yeah, you have another thing, lay it on me. Here it is, your very own love spoon. Found a love spoon? Amazing, where did you get this? You might want to sit down for this one. No, I was born to stand. Lay it on me, Scouty. Donna gave it to me to give to you. So she likes me back. Without a doubt, she said so herself. Oh heavens, what a lucky goose I am today. Thank you for bringing this wonderful news to me. No problem. If you want to thank anybody, you should thank whoever sent me your way. Great idea. You please give this note to whoever sent the first letter. Would be my pleasure. Yippee! Oh my god, that's Annie. Oh my god, I have to walk all the way to the bloody prick over there. Okay, well, who else? What else do we have? Obviously, we have the gliding one, which is kind of just like glide a lot. 50 deliveries. I still have 2 mushrooms that I haven't found. Like the first assigned delivery. Yeah. I don't really need to get like every single patch in this playthrough. Mentioned for these kind of things. Let's say like also for Toy Story 3, where there's like the toy box mode that we didn't finish on stream. I'll finish that kind of stuff on my own time. Yeah, people are like hard completionists on stream, but again, I kind of enjoy having like a little bit of, if I want to revisit a game, having like some parts still left to do. That makes sense. Plus I'm like, you know what, it would be really nice. What the heck? Music just suddenly shifted mid-air. It would be really nice to finish up this game for this stream. I think that's quite fun. And technically we are gonna like play to the end. That's like the game done, even if you don't have all the 100% achievements. It's kind of like Toem, where in Toem we did go for like, or we are going for like most of the achievements, but like if by the end of the story we have like some achievement uncompleted, I'm not gonna like sweat about it. You know what I mean? I just enjoy having a good time. That male scout I see could be Cupid themselves. You don't want to talk, Gram. None of this would have happened without your meddling. Ah, can't stand by. Watch young love flounder. I met Egbert when looking for the nut that buried a nut on my property. And look at us now. So no matter if it starts with something small or a grand gesture, now that those two have made the first step, it'll figure itself out. If I didn't know you better, I'd say you're pretty wise, Gram. I'm plenty wise, you little rapscallion. Well, since you're so wise, do you know where Greg is? Greg on my stars, I forgot all about it. Bit of an elusive figure around here. Nice spot up on the valley on the ridge. I guess it's so nice that he doesn't come down often. I know Jim hangs around. Okay, funny guy, never seen him either. Hear his voice on the waterfalls. He stays around the pond there all alone. If you find Jim, okay. Check out. Thanks for the help. Thanks for your help. Are we both helpful today, huh? Okay, what else have we not done? No idea how the meals work. Or how you're meant to deliver 9 more letters. 5 for 15 minutes. Alright. The rest is kind of like, we could go for it, but I'm not gonna go for it. I'm gonna make our way up the hill. We're gonna run up that hill. We have 30 more minutes. Until we've hit the 12-hour mark. Where time be like. Yeah, so today, Sunday for me, so I'm going to be using, probably Sunday, 30 minutes, let's go. I know. It's Sunday for like a lot of people, but for some of you it might still be Saturday, so that's why I'm saying Sunday for me. But if you're wondering, how are we doing on streams? We are going to be doing some epic streams next week. We're going to be doing Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think. Is that correct? Yes. So, the plan is as follows. Because, as mentioned, Wednesday and Thursday's work. Friday is gonna be Thursday. Well, it's Wednesday work, Thursday Gamescom this week, and then Friday I'm going swimming with my mates. It's like in the evening, so I'm meeting a bunch of other new people who are also going there and stuff. So I'm kind of like, I wouldn't want to have to stream, but like really early and like in the early and afternoon on a weekday. Like on a weekend, I feel like today it was like fine for us to start at 3 p.m. BST because it's a Saturday. But if it's a weekday, loads of people are at like school or work or whatever. So yeah. So that's why we have Monday. We're gonna be doing IRL painting. Not IRL painting. Diamond painting in real life. So if you don't know, we've been doing a diamond painting on the channel. I'm trying to find my way back to anything here, and I want to make a good bit of progress, so that's gonna be the stream on Monday. But also, let me look, depending on how far we get, like I feel like we're not gonna finish it on that day. We may do Lego. It really does depend if we finish the diamond painting, because I was like, you know what, it's our current project, I want to try and finish that before we start anything new. So, especially since some of the Lego kits that I do have are kind of bigger projects, so we might not do them in one go. There we go. And then in the rest of the streams in the week, we're gonna have Tuesday. I'm thinking I'm gonna do some hardcore Minecraft, but also we might do some Roblox games with Toby XE. And I do want to try Dress to Impress. I've now watched like one video of people playing it. And it looks a little intense, but it also looks like it might be a fun stream, so sit in for that. And then obviously the next stream is going to be the Gamescom review / storytime / demo day. So it's Gamescom Ultimate Demo Day. There we go. So I will show you all the goodies I got from Gamescom on Thursday. I'm going to play lots of demos, basically demo until we drop. So I'm thinking we're going to do like a 6-hour stream on that Saturday to just play loads of demos and have the story time and show you all the goodies. And then we also have a Sunday stream where we're going to be doing some Outcore Desktop Adventure, which is one of the sub goals. Is a like kind of Doki Doki Literature Club kind of esque game, I've been told. I'm excited for it. And then also some YouTubers Live. So that's the schedule for that week. So Monday, Tuesday, Saturday and Sunday. Kind of capping the ends of the week, or the middle of the week I should say, with streams. And yeah. So that's going to be a very epic, I think. I need to get all the way up there. But for now, we're obviously still here, still kicking on this 12-hour stream. And we are at 11:34 mins currently, which is pretty epic. So we have enough time, I think, to my god, no! If I'm not incompetent at parkour. We have enough time to get to the end of this game. Meet Greg finally after 600 years of talking about him. No! Oh my god. This is the kind of shit that I dislike though. No, we're gonna have to climb all the way up just because I didn't press it correctly. Despair. Whatever, it's fine. Come on, we got this. I'm gonna try and find like a slightly shorter way where I don't have to walk all that much. Okay. Oh my god. Pain. Okay, that did save me a little bit of run time. Still upset about these floating things. Because this is such an obvious thing to notice in my personal experience. Maybe it's not a common error, but like, it's so obvious. Alright, let's go on the furthest. Come on. Oh, thank God, Jesus Christ. If I had to do that again, I would just be upset. Deeply. Yeah, because he is just here. Oh, sigh. 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 What does it have? I'm simply so bored. Bored of my favorite food. That's all. I mean, go on. Ever since I was a little hammerino, I've been chopping blueberries and cheese like there's no tomorrow. It simply slaps tremendously, but now it slaps no more. The slappening is seized. I feel still old and hungry. No purpose to live anymore. Hey now, it's not so bad. Your taste buds are changing. New combo will pop up that tastes amazing. You'll feel whole once again. Right, Scout. Could take this with a chance to refine my palate. Taste of town. Cass probably has good taste. Cars go together. I'll just take out. Let me jot that in letter. Okay. The Purple Cave. 5-star recommendation. Okay, we're not gonna do that though. Because I'm not going back to the fucking game. Like, okay, please. That's... If I had, like, aside from the bugs like this, we had also some glitchy, like, texts and shit like that, so it's not even just been missing pillars and stuff. If I had one thing to basically be like, hey, do this differently in your next game, I would say, please, don't make 1600 fetch quests with a character that's isolated from other characters and requires a long distance walk to get to. Like, oh my god. Every other fetch quest, I'm like, I don't mind, because this is the central theme of this game. But the bloody bird, I don't care. I don't care right now. I've gone so many times just to visit this one bird. But yeah, I'm just saving lots. So hopefully I should be able to after I finish the game. This is kind of like a Snufkin situation where we played Snufkin Melody of Moomin Valley, where we had this whole thing about me not doing all of the achievements for that either, and eventually finishing it. And I think it was like some weird stuff where you couldn't 100% get full access and shit once you finished the game, and I don't love that theme. I want to be able, once I've finished the story of a game, I want to be able to have all the time in the world to do the achievements and stuff. So I'm hoping this game doesn't like soft lock completing the achievements after I'm done with it. But I'm also not gonna put like value that above being able to finish the game today. You know what I mean? Like if it soft locks it, I'm gonna be sad about it, but like I'm still gonna finish the game risking that potential soft lock. But I generally find it a shit practice in game design. You know what I mean? Like it's a shit practice because it kind of forces you to play very linearly of like, oh, I need to do everything in one go on one playthrough. I'm not allowed to finish the game until I've done all of literally every single thing. It just kind of feels, I don't know, it feels a bit iffy to me. I can't even explain why, it just kind of feels restrictive in a way that video games shouldn't be. Like, it's not a fun restriction either. Like, it doesn't add anything except make you feel like you are forced to, like, if I don't do it right now, I'll never be able to. You know, and I don't enjoy that as a theme. So hopefully it doesn't do that. Where the fuck am I meant to go from here? Oh, up there. Let's see. Okay, let's climb this. I'm 100% gonna do the thing where there's like one or two of the fancy ass mushrooms around. Just look around, look or turn around. Okay, try to escape from here. I'm gonna just go here just to see if there's anything that I can collect up here. No, not really. See the whole wide world from here. There you go. Go up. Nope. Yeah. Weird camera glitch. Oh my god. This is some intense journeying here. Can't believe this guy's living here. Imagine having to go all the way back like this the entire path to your home every time. Oh, he's a big un. Hello? Mr. Greg, I have a letter for you, kinda important. Wake up! I think it's dead, B. Should poke him with a stick to check. Won't poke the bear. What? I think he's got into hibernation. What's that? Oh, like a super nap. That's okay, I'll just wait for him to wake up. What? Well, for how long? Until spring? Then I can't deliver the letter today. Leave it here? Absolutely not. Someone else might take it. It's not the Mail Scout way. I don't want to ask Janet to go for help. Fine, I'll do it. Janet's probably still at the van. You're not for real! Oh my god. Oh. Okay, I take it back. I'm withdrawing the extra 50, like 0.5 rating that I added because of the diversity of the rep, which I think is great, but you're not doing a fetch quest to the entire start of the game. You're not for real. Oh, that's so dead. Like, obviously the way back is not as bad as the way up, but like, that is so dead. Of having me go all the way back and then all the way back again. Ugh. You could have just ended the game there. It is not worth it. Oh, I thought Janet would be here. She was when I left. Didn't seem to be intended moving. That'd be... No, the Janet went. Okay. Sniff the way, Detective B. Please tell me I don't actually have to find her. Oh, thank God! Phew, okay, I add the 0.5 back. Well, maybe actually I'll leave it back, because that is some shit, like, suspense. Basically telling you, oh, you're gonna do the entire thing again. Okay, I didn't, like, it's cute that it's a surprise party, but you could have done that in any other way. Without making me think just then, oh, I'm gonna have to retrace this massive long path all the way again after I find Janet. Ugh. I don't like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's like, having a game that is essentially fetch quest, it's similar to this game, like, perfectly timing the end of the stream with the end of the game. Yeah, it is. It is. It turned out that way, which is quite cute. But yeah, like it's comparable to like Lake, right? Which is another mail delivery simulation game. Which the game inherently has fetch quests involved, right? And I think that's not too bad. But there's a fine balance where what people don't like about fetch quests isn't actually being tasked to bring something to someone. It's this sort of like when it feels artificially stretched out, when it feels like what could have been one action, one trip is now suddenly 6 trips. And this is exactly where like some of the quests in this game personally were like too much. Like Kaz being in that cave removed from every other thing, where you constantly have to go through this fucking waterfall just to get to Kaz, was like too much. And now this like fake out of making you think you have to go all the way to the back at the start of the game just to finish the game. The fact that it does annoying fetch quests makes it not really earned to do a joke about annoying fetch quests. You know what I mean? Like, make any other game, if that made that joke and it hadn't had like this amount of fetch quests, you'd be like, haha, funny. But considering it's actually done annoying fetch quests, it felt like, oh, they are genuinely pulling this to extend the game another like 10 minutes. So I didn't like that, really. I'm glad it's a cute surprise party, but still. Well, congrats on your first completed assignment! Oh, that's so nice of you all. But, I'm so sorry to disappoint. I didn't deliver the letter to Greg. I'm so sorry. Could I have a word, Yellow? I'm so sorry, Janet. Please don't be mad. I'm not mad at you. Why not? I failed. I can't come back from something like this. All the scouts will think I'm a fraud. Sometimes you just kind of meant to fail and learn from it, you know? No, I don't know. I needed this delivery to go well. Why? What about all the other letters you've delivered by now? I don't think I wasn't keeping an eye on you. Because it was my assignment. I got to complete my first assignment perfectly. What will happen if you fail it? I don't know. Everyone would be disappointed in me. I think I'm not a real male scout. It'll ruin me. Does that mean I'm not a real male scout either? Have you ever failed an assignment? Yep, many times. One time I read the address wrong and ended up at the North Pole. Really? Yeah, sometimes you mess up. Or sometimes something just can't be done the way you would wish it would be. It's totally fine to fail. Oh, that's a cute message. It happens occasionally and when we learn from it. Thanks, Janet. That makes me feel better. No worries, Yellow. How about you enjoy this party I've put together for you? Come talk to me again when you're ready to skedaddle. Okay, Mrs. Boss. I'm gonna do one more save here. Save game. Okay. P, everyone's in the house. It's cute. I do like that there's a big buffet. I'm gonna... Oh wait, we could talk to... It's Kaz there. Wait, we could just talk to Kaz here. Delightful, pity, the party, it's splendid, good feline friend has done the honor fun at this event, knowingly. Some questions are best left unanswered, Scout, I understand. How's the art going? Oh, so, inspiration comes and goes. You know how it is. Not really. I don't need much inspiration to deliver mail, I suppose not. But there is a cutie in the band over there, their passionate energy is certainly inspiring to me. Who is it? Don't look. And also, don't ask. Never ever tell, aw. Chin up, Yellow, you did a great job today. Hope to see you around soon. Au revoir, Scout. See you, Stinky Crow. Bye if you call me Stinky one more time. I'm joking. Bye, guys. Bye, Yellow. P. Can I not? I cannot do their quest. That's so upsetting. Yet again. Upsetting element. I cannot do this quest. At this point of the game. Ready to go, kid? Yep. Sure. No going back. Tell me you're ready. I am ready. Getting better? Yes. Thanks for listening to me. Not a problem, kid. We all need a little support sometimes. I'm still a little scared to tell Male Scout HQ, but it'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be fine. They know deliveries don't always go as planned. We can't just come back when Greg's out of hibernation and try again. And then I'll be more prepared, exactly. Did 41 deliveries today from what I hear. Wasn't always easy. I'm so happy I was able to help everyone today. Sadly, because of the Greg's business, the high-ups won't be able to give you an official Male Scout patch yet. But don't worry, kid. The unofficial Male Scout patch. That's so cute. I got you one right here. Ah, Janet. You stole from work? I'm calling the CEO of Mail right now. No. I made you one, because you're a true Male Scout to me. Aw. Yellow, you're gonna say anything? Janet, you're the best mom a boss could wish for. No, wait. The best boss a scout for mom for... No. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't have to be perfect. Thank you, Mom, Boss Janet. You're not my kid. You know what? Never mind. Let it out, Scout. Say what you need to say. I am an unofficial male scout, baby. People clap. Oh my gosh, I didn't know this was a solo dev project, but GG. Again, I do have some like big qualms with this game, right? It's kind of like when I think when we played Tell Me Why, we had a similar like point where I was like, I'm glad I played the game and I overall had a pretty like solid to good time, but I also had big issues with like gameplay or like handling, right? Not necessarily the story. The story here was cute. It's all about like accepting failure as a part of life. Very cute, very lovely. Again, the representation was delightful. But it's a bit glitchy and like buggy for a full release game that's been out for a year and a half. It has too many redundant, like overly redundant fetch quests, and I don't love the potential mayhap approach about, like, it would be nice if you could do like multiple, for example, save files, so you could jump back to different parts, or you could have, I guess, better replay in that sense. But yeah, I'll still stick with my 4. Would have loved to rate this game higher, but the issues that I have with it are too severe for me to go any higher, really. I'm still glad I played it again. Just because it's like with me watching Bottoms, right? Just because it doesn't end up being my new favorite thing ever, and I may have a bit of disappointment about how it wasn't what I wanted it to be, I still appreciated it for what it was, you know? Even if that in this case means a 4 out of 5, or in Bottom's case means a 6 out of 10. I mean, the art for this is absolutely gorgeous, and I still had a nice time with it overall. I'm glad we got through it on this stream. People clap. There you go, so you can continue. Hopefully I can still do those other quests. If not, you know what? I'm good with that. I'm good with that. We've got 6 minutes to go. A bit less than 6 minutes, actually. So we're gonna stay here. But I'm glad we got another game under our belt. So just chatting for those last few minutes. Thank you for everyone who has been watching the stream. It's been lovely. I had so much fun. And if you're new here, drop a follow to catch the streams next week. Obviously, they're not going to be as marathon-y as today, but we are, as mentioned, doing a 6-hour stream probably on Saturday to do the ultimate demo day. That's going to be probably like 5 p.m. BST to 11, pretty much. I feel like that was like the one we did previously, so I like that. So we do a big long stream next Saturdays on a week. But then we're also doing diamond painting in real life on Monday, hardcore and some Roblox games on Tuesday, at Outcore Desktop Adventure and YouTubers Live on Sunday. Again, thank you so much for everyone's been watching and participating in the community as well. Like, I really appreciate it. If you don't know, I'm doing a stream soon, not that week, but in the near future, where you guys can submit songs, and we are going to be looking at your submissions, doing a little bingo about it, and you can yap about them with TTS if you want to. You can defend yourself. This is the link to the Google form. You can fill it out as many times as you like, add as many songs as you want, and we're just collecting things until we're ready to get that stream on the go. Yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. We've got a few more minutes to vibe. Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Yeah, I mean, it was like said that this was 2 hours. Sorry, I just got quiet because I was reading some Steam reviews of the game. But it was said that it was going to be 2 hours. We spent 3.5, so I feel like we kind of got our fill's worth. I did get it in a Humble Bundle, so I kind of got like a really good deal on the game. But I'd say overall, if you like a cozy, fetch quest heavy, like escapist kind of game, and you don't mind some bugs, like I would say maybe get on sale, because I don't, considering the amount of bugs especially, I don't think, because this game normally is €20. Like, it's a full price game, guys. But I got it in part of a bundle where I paid for like 5 games for like €15 or something, so I'm really not that mad about it in terms of the money spent. But yeah, very hype. And also, yeah, let's do a little bit of a recap. Rift of the Necrodance was like a really good time. Preserve was a really good time. Obviously, Jackbox with the lads. House Flipper we did YouTuber's Life. No way you're still live. I've been lurking all day, OMG. Hi, Roman! Yo! Yeah, I'm live for another 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Because then I'm hitting the 12-hour mark and going bench. Thank you so much for the lurking. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And then we also did Lost Connections, which was very cute, like a little story game. Of course. So lots, we finished like 2 full games basically, even though one of them was very short. Played 2 demos, did Jackbox, House Flipper, YouTube's Live, Minecraft. Need to head out soon. I remain lurking. You're the goat. Thank you. Yeah, no, if there's one thing I can do is I can stream for a good while, pretty unencumbered, from my normal energy level. I feel like the key is tea, guys. The key to BT. The liquid. But yeah, that's pretty epic. And we also did a lot of progress in the hardcore world. We did lots of progress with the villagers. We finally got a mason. We got him leveled up max. We've got a lava farm built. We've got like some terrain, some farmland made. So that's pretty epic. And that just means we're going to be trading lots with the villager to get us the quartz to finish up our storage area, at least the majority of it. And we also built as much as we could today on the storage area also. So that was really nice. I am hyped to do that mob farm. I'm hyped to finish the storage build, and we also have the castle to go. And you know what? You never know what else I'm going to be cooking up in the creative world save file for this stream. So I hope I see you for the streams in the coming week. I'm taking obviously tomorrow off. Technically, I'm taking today off because it's already like, it's 4 AM for me. So I will see you on Monday for IRL diamond painting. So I'm gonna take a chill day. See ya. Thank you for everyone who stuck around, and let's queue up a raid already so I can send the remaining American chatters, probably mostly, or like other time zone chatters. I'm gonna send you to Bismarck because he's basically always live when I'm not live, so I'm sending you his way. Because again, we don't see each other. Thank you so much for spending the last 12 hours with me. Have a lovely time over. He's currently playing Crime Scene Cleaner, which we played during the subathon and didn't love. Maybe he loves it. We don't know. And I will see you on Monday for that IRL diamond painting stream. Time is probably going to be in the late afternoon. Goodbye.